This is how you attract every single white man in a 50-mile radius as an Asian woman living in the South. Ready? You just go like, and again. That's right, you do absolutely nothing.
You see like a white guy, because Asian girls will never be released from the shackles of a white man. God, I don't even know. I really don't know what my type is. Like, obviously, the guy I dated, he was Asian.
Okay.
I'm Asian, like my ex, long term, like both Asian. And I feel like even just growing up, I was kind of like, oh yeah, only Asian guys, you know, like whatever. Or maybe even like, just like online, just like not even like people in real life, but just like on social media or whatever. You see like a white guy, because Asian girls will never be released from the shackles of a white man. But you know, I'll be like, okay, yeah, a white man, like they're cute too. So it was always really just like Asians and white men. But then as I got older, I think this was even like during college, maybe after college, I was starting like, I don't think I like only Asians or only white guys. But I can't really say what my type is either, though. Because let's be honest, like, again, I haven't like dated anyone else.
I see.
And so, but yeah, you know, I like people.
Today I learned that even if I go to South America, white American Asian fetish will follow me here. I'm in Colombia, not in a touristy hotspot. A lot of places here don't have English on the menu. So I'm tucking into my dinner when behind me, I hear this voice in American English say, "Hey, how's your drink?" It's an innocent enough question, so I turn around and I answer, "It's pretty good. It's sweet, kind of sour. I might need to take Lactaid." Then he asks me if I'm from the States, then gets into which city I'm from, and then he starts asking like where I'm staying, how long I'm staying in the city, and where I'm gonna be going next, and this is getting a little personal for me. So I drop that I have a hot Asian boyfriend back home. Then he says, it's like kind of weird that you grew up in a multicultural society, and you ended up with another Asian person. Why don't you give other people a chance? And I'm like, I don't date white men. And then he says, well, maybe you just attract a certain type of white man if like, that's just, no, it's all of you. It's all of you. I tell him, you're not gonna change my mind. Then he asked me why my hot Asian boyfriend is not here with me. And I say, well, like, oh, you know, he has work and it's just good to get out of the country sometimes because, you know, with everything going on in the U.S. right now. And then he said, no, actually, the U.S. seems fine. And I'm like, wait, are you serious? And then he says, you're an American citizen, right? So why do you have to worry? And I almost wanted to read off like the 30 plus and growing list of ICE fatalities, like innocent people who were murdered by ICE, including some US citizens, Keith Porter, Renee Good, people who are marginalized in different ways, often by skin color. But of course, this white guy doesn't even know or keep up. So then I ask in my very nice Spanish, how can I pay and get out of there when the waiter comes back? So I do that, and then this man follows me out of the restaurant, and he says, I'm sorry that some white people have made you feel that way. And I said, no, it's all of you. You're not gonna change my mind. Go talk to your fellow white people about it. This is your problem. And then I run down a side street and catch a public bus back to my hotel. I was having such a good time in this city. The population is majority indigenous. With sunglasses on, they don't question whether I'm even from here. One guy told me his alpaca was very friendly, so I took a selfie with his alpaca. He was very cute. The people who are non-Colombian who are in this city are mostly visitors from other parts of Latin America. There are people of every single color here. And who gives me trouble out of all of them? This white American guy from California. And this other guy on my walking tour who saw me and started speaking to me in really broken Chinese. And then I told him, you speak so weird, no one's ever gonna understand you. I was like, 你说的怪怪的. And then he kept trying to speak to me in Chinese for the rest of the tour. Super weird. So you're telling me that I can come to a very indigenous region of South America and white American male Asian fetish follows me here. I knew it would follow me to China. I tried that. But it turns out that these white dudes with Asian fetish also really like coming to Latin America, potentially to be creeps to the people here too. I hate them. We have to wait for the exchange rate to crash so that they lose all of their purchasing power.
One thing about my dad that makes me really uncomfortable are his friends. All of his friends are white men. A lot of his friends also are white men married to Asian women, specifically Chinese women. My dad's childhood best friend that he grew up with has a Taiwanese wife. She's also the breadwinner in their family. Whether or not my dad would actually admit to something like this or whether he knows it but he's really uncomfortable talking about it, the truth of the matter is he only wants to be friends with white dudes. Also only consumes media and literature written or made by white men. One time I did call him out on this and he didn't really have a response. All he said was, oh, well, like, I just like to hang out with people who are similar to me, I guess.
Asian guys, let's be real. Your politeness is actually destroying your...
Yes, exactly. This is exactly the reason for Oxford study. The reason why white men are preferred by Asian women over Asian men is because white men have balls. They're confident. They're not cowards. But Asian men, it's not your fault. It's your culture's fault. Your culture, your Confucian culture, teaches you to bow down and be submissive to your superiors, to your elders, to people that are better than you. Because loving yourself and having self-confidence is considered arrogant. That's because Confucianism teaches women to submit to men like a subject submits to their emperor. It's literally giving the same vibes as Red Pill. It basically is Red Pill. It is conservative. And it's a bunch of Asian men angry at Asian women for disregarding their traditional Asian values.
Nowadays, Asian girls like to date white men. We call that the Oxford study problem. Now, this problem actually has a long history in Singapore. It's called the Sarong Party girls back in 1950s. Yes, we had it first. Singapore Boleh, bro. Basically, girls will dress up in sarongs to go to like British-run clubs back when British was colonizing us, and then try to get British men to be their husbands. Flashback to today, Oxford study problem. Everybody say, oh, girls these days walao, always go for white guys. Very messed up leh. Okay, but stay with me. It's not the girls' fault. They are not your object to measure your moral crusade or whatever. What white man problem, what we Asian girls problem. It's only natural. Imagine you're a girl, right? And then a successful white man, obviously, because they can sail over to us, means they're successful, got money. Then obviously they are more nice and fun to be with because they can spend money. Then they are more stable also, so you can build a family easier. So obviously you want that kind of lifestyle, right? This is Schopenhauer's will to life, aka correlation not equals causality. The real problem with Singapore's white man Asian female pairing, right, is this: we over glorify and feel inferior to white people naturally. Tell me why we got so many Stamford Raffles statue and we call him Sir Stamford Raffles when he's probably just some lackey hired by his boss, right, to come to Singapore. Hey, you need to go there and colonize and build some shit. Then he like, okay, why me? Shit, very dangerous leh. Then after that, now he become famous for the hero of Singapore. Like, bro, it's not even he one man do, right? Got William Farquhar and all the other kaki lang, right? Let me give you the Asian red pill. Lee Kuan Yew, my brother, is the one that defied America and built an Asian tiger all on his own with the help of so many other people. So here's the real Oxford study problem. We feel so inferior and insecure, romantically and socially speaking, when we evaluate ourselves against white people. This is a problem with Singaporean men. In your subconscious, you still think, oh, white people are very zai, they came here to save Singapore, they are my white savior. Then you're very tilt, what? Because we are the same human with the same degree and potential for success, but yet you feel like they are always up there. So here's what you need to do. You need to question, are the whites truly superior to us on virtue of Nietzsche's camel lion child analogy? Right now you're a camel, you think, oh yeah, we are worse, we need to do better, we need to earn more money to match them. No. Be a lion, question it. Why do we still think white people are better? How about you fly to America, then you see the common white man instead of the colonizers that came here and took your resources to build themselves up. After that, you'll realize the white man Asian female pairing not that scary. Also, right, I tricked you. Actually, 70% of all couples in Singapore are not inter-ethnic at all. Just some rough numbers from 2016, so don't really trust the data too much.